Do you have any fours?
Ben, I don't have any cards.
What? What are we talking about, Mike?
I don't know, Ben. What are we talking about?
I don't know. There seems to be an arrangement of different various games of the board here.
I thought we were having a party.
Party. I don't remember being invited. And yet somehow I'm here.
Neither was I. There was board games when I walked in, and I'm like, why wasn't I invited to the board game party?
The board game party. All right, today we're walking.
Walking and
Wow,
talking.
we're walking and talking.
Walking strong. We're doing just fine today.
Today,
everybody.
folks, we're talking about our favorite board games
And card games.
Card games, different things that
Yeah.
we enjoy and like playing.
If you are a board game extravanaire, whatever, if you like board games, I'm sure you see some of the classics here. Obviously, we couldn't have all of our favorites here because some of us don't own some of our favorites.
Right? Yeah. This is true.
But we do have some classics here, probably some of my all-time favorites, I will say, from your collection, which is awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your favorite board games?
My favorite board games? To be honest, is probably the Clue. I don't know. I like the ability to I like being able to try and figure out who things is and deduct from like the different clues that you get based on people's assumptions, and then but you like Clue is the type of game that you could sit there and you could ask your questions and get your clues the way the game plays. Or you can get even more in depth and say like, oh well, I can tell. It's kind of like a poker game almost.
Yeah.
Where like I can tell that they're kind of, they might know something, and then I can kind of make a deduction based off of what they know, how they act and whatnot, and you can kind of read the table of people doing things, and I think it's a lot of fun.
Definitely, if not, but probably the king of social deduction games is Clue. One of my all-time favorites. Used to play with my parents all the time when I was a kid. Love it. It's what got me into social deduction games, actually. I would say also, obviously the classic Monopoly. Who hasn't played Monopoly?
I wouldn't say that's my favorite, though.
Definitely not my favorite. Trying to think of just some other ones. Candyland? Do you remember
Candyland?
Candyland?
Oh, yeah, I've
there
played
was
Candyland. The Game of Life.
Game of Life.
I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. Backgammon.
Did you know that Battleship was a board
Battleship,
game?
yeah.
That was one of my favorite board games.
I like Battleship.
And then I got the electronic version when I was like 8.
Oh, really?
You could plug them in. Anyway.
No, I
Battleship.
had the little pins. I didn't make any noises. They were just pins.
These things were cool. Like you put it in, it'd be like. It's pretty awesome.
I always had to make those sounds.
Battleship. I guess as I got
Checkers.
older, yeah, checkers is a board game. Love checkers and chess. I love chess.
Yeah.
Have you ever played chess?
I have played chess. It's a little too boring for my take. I do like the idea of strategy and figuring things out, but I lose focus way too fast.
You got to play speed chess.
Speed chess?
That is so fun. You don't have any time to think. Like you're strategizing, but it's just boop, 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 boop,
Boop, boop,
boop,
boop, boop.
just done. Crazy. Yeah. So chess.
You want to know something funny?
No,
I had not played Dutch Blitz at all.
I don't know what that is.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. Apparently, it's a sin to live in Pennsylvania and not know this game. So this is
I'll keep my opinions to myself.
I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like, how can you have lived here this long and not know what it is?
Yeah.
Type of deal. But
Never heard of it.
yeah, Dutch Blitz it's a card game,
Huh.
but it's rather fast paced. It's a lot of fun if you ever played it. Basically, I'm just trying to run down the quick gist of things here because I'm trying to remember myself. So you got all these cards with different colored numbers and stuff,
Okay.
and you start off with like a whole deck of things, and you see how on the other side there's like a blue trowel, and then like, oh, that's another blue trowel. Okay, a yellow bucket. So each player gets a stack of one of these colors.
Okay.
And then as you go, you deal out 3 face up in front of you, and then a stack of 10 here face down.
Okay.
And the top one is face up, I believe. And then from your other deck, you have to draw every 3, and then your goal is to start putting out 1 through 10 on each color. So if you have a green 1, you can put that down, and then if I had 1, and then you had a green 2, you would put that down, and then I'd be able to put this 3 down, and then I could flip this over. And my goal is to get rid of this stack of cards.
Okay.
And you just kind of keep on going, and then at the end of the game, you count up however many blue ones you had, or however many ones you had out on the pile.
Okay.
So it's a rather fast-paced game because you got to keep up with all the other players and stuff. But it's a lot of fun.
Nice. Sounds like a bunch of Amish cult hoopla to me. But anyway, no, it sounds fun.
Well,
it does sound fun.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I never heard of it until my wife introduced it for me, and she came up here from Maryland. So
Yeah, look at that.
Apparently, I'm also on the out.
On the Blitz, if you will.
Blitz, yes, there you go.
There you go.
No, but Dutch Blitz it's a fun game. We should definitely play it sometime.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. We might play some board games on the Patreon if you want to go there and support us. Patreon.com/Collection of Madness.
Good job. This guy
There
with the
you
segues. Saving me time. Yeah. I guess other board games I played, Snakes and Ladders.
Snakes and Ladders, yeah. Well, no, it was Snakes and Ladders or something in Shoots.
Or Shoots and Ladders?
Shoots and Ladders? Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was Shoots and Ladders. I mean, I think Snakes and Ladders was
Yeah, Snakes and
game.
Ladders is a
it's like
I definitely played some of Snakes and
spin-off.
Ladders.
But
It's
I
not
played Shoots and Ladders.
It's not Eels and Escalators, we know that.
Eels and escalators.
Escalators. Ew.
That escalated quickly.
Have you
Yeah.
played Nemesis?
Nemesis. I'm not sure what that is.
Ever heard of it?
Never even heard of it. No.
Really cool game. I haven't played it yet, but I watch a board game channel that they play it a lot on. It's very interesting. It's very strategic, kind of space type
Oh, okay.
deal.
Huh,
Yeah, pretty cool.
interesting.
You'll have to check it out sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably mine, I'm just going to go into it right away, favorite game of all time that I've actually never played, but I know all about it. I'm waiting to play it. We're actually setting it up, and it might be on the Patreon /patreon.com/collection/. It all it called Blood on the it's called Blood on the Clock Tower. Awesome social deduction game like Clue, which is probably why I love it.
Clock
so
on the
much.
Blood Tower?
Clock on the Butt Tower. It's a social deduction game like Clue, which is probably
Okay.
why I enjoy it.
Right, yeah.
But it's all social. So like you get a character. If you're on, so it's basically the classic of good versus evil. Basically, you could either be an evil character or a good character. There's depending on the number of players. There's normally. Well, the good characters will always outnumber the evil players.
Right,
Unless it's a
okay.
Legion game. That's a whole different story. But then...
Oh, well, excuse me.
So you get a character. Your character gets an ability. You're either a townsfolk, outsider, or on the evil team.
Mm-hmm.
If you're an outsider, then you could actually negatively affect a good team, but you are still good.
Huh.
The evil team is led by an imp or a demon, and they have minions. And this demon is killing people in the night, and you have to figure out who the demon is and kill it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's like Werewolf. I don't know if you ever heard of Werewolf.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. I know nothing about that.
Yeah, but great game. If you guys are checking out YouTube, surf No Rolls Barred. They have a great Blood on the Clock Tower series. I highly recommend. But yeah, so you can play it online or in person.
Okay.
In person, obviously, you can see everybody. Online, you're over Discord.
Wait, you can see everybody if you're in person?
I
What?
I think though, personally, I like online better.
Just
going
adds
off
more
of
mystery?
voice. Yeah, because you're just
Yeah.
going off of voice.
Right,
It's just
yeah.
Like if you were lying to me right now, I could tell if you're lying to me with that face. But yeah, that one right there.
That one right there.
You son of a nutcracker. But yeah. Anyway, great game. One of
Sitting
my
here,
favorites.
also thinking about it, probably my second favorite, or maybe more my favorite, over Clue would be Rummikub.
Okay.
I don't know if have you played Rummikub?
I have. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone in the audience has played Rummikub, but it's a great game. It's done with little tiles with numbers on them and stuff, and you get an array of them in your tray, and no one else is supposed to see them. And then you have to put down. It's almost like Rummy, basically. Hence Rummikub, the name. But
Wait, where's the copyright?
where's the cub? I don't know. But I mean, where you have to match sets and runs and stuff like that. And then the fun thing I think with Rummikub though is you can actually things can get complicated enough that you can actually start rearranging things on the board as long as everything that's out on the table still aligns with the rules of three It has to be a minimum of 3, and they have to be sets and runs. And,
Wait,
you
we
know.
have to follow rules. I'm out.
I know. All right. Well, whatever.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So
If you haven't played it, I'd highly suggest picking up a
Definitely.
copy. It's not too much money, I don't think.
no, I think they're fairly cheap.
Fairly cheap.
Fairly. I don't have my phone on. Me. That's right.
Scrabble.
Scrabble.
Love Scrabble.
I don't like Scrabble.
Used to play with my aunt all the time. Has a very special place in my heart. That's why, because
Mm.
that was like her favorite game ever. She passed away.
My parents would always play Scrabble.
Yeah, great. I mean,
Always.
it's,
They'd have one out.
it's such a good yeah, you have to think of words quick on the fly and everything like that. but
Word.
Just a different array of words
Yes.
that you can combine and everything. Yeah, we had
Oh,
a
yeah.
blast.
Definitely. And that's why I don't like it. 'Cause I don't think fast enough for word games. I don't know. I don't like that or Boggle.
Boggle's
My
fun.
dad really likes Boggle.
Yeah.
Boggling.
Uno.
Uno's a great game.
Yeah.
Especially there's a lot of different variations of the Uno game, if you probably already know that. The one that I actually had a lot of fun with was Uno Attack. And it's funny, though, because I remember we had a group of like 8 people over for a game night or whatever.
Yeah.
And we were all sitting around at our kitchen table. And we started at like 8 o'clock we started a round at 8 o'clock. We didn't start at 8 o'clock. We had played a few rounds before that. But we started a round at 8 o'clock. And it was 8 or 8:30. And the way Uno Attack goes is when you get, like, instead of getting a draw 2 or a draw 4, you get push the button once or push the button twice. And the thing will completely randomly either spit out cards or not do anything at all. So we had gone around the table so often, and, like, no one was going out. We thought it was crazy. We were sitting there. Next thing I know, it's 10 p.m., and we're still playing the same round of Uno Attack. We're like, oh my god!
Did it spit all the cards out?
No, it just I don't know. No one could go out. We just keep on getting cards. It was ridiculous, and but eventually we're like, it's getting so late. We're just gonna call it. Like, this is ridiculous. Like 2 hours of game.
It's a 3-hour game.
3 hours.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Oh,
It's like an hour and a half, I think, or hour 45, something like that. But
What's
yeah.
the longest board game you think you ever played? Like that one probably.
I would say that one, but I'd have to say Catan.
Okay.
Catan is definitely a long one. The longest one that I think it's like Monopoly as far as length of game, although some Monopoly ones can get monotonous.
That's mine. 8-hour Monopoly game.
8-hour Monopoly.
Whole entire workday.
Oh my
of
gosh.
Monopoly.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
No, I think the longest I've played of one of these. Of course, I can't remember how long my Monopoly went, so maybe I had a Monopoly game in my past and I don't remember it, and I choose not to remember it because it was terrible.
Monopoly is like the Nickelback of board games.
But Catan, I know that we spent like 4.5 hours playing one once before.
Yeah.
So it's definitely can be a long game, and we're all just like, someone just go out and win, please.
Please.
Somebody win.
We had those games.
But I have had a lot of fun playing Catan.
We have one of those games. It's a drinking game. It's called King's Cup.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's a card game. Children, don't look it up.
Don't look it up.
But yeah. So for more of our mature audience, so if you're not mature, that can be any age range. Don't listen. Cards Against Humanity. I swore I'd never play it. Played it 2 years ago during the pandemic. Can't stop playing it. It is vulgar.
I've never actually played it.
It's vulgar. It can be. Because you got to combine different phrases together.
Right.
And there's a lot of different packs you can get. But some of the stuff that you can come up with
it's just ridiculous.
is absolutely hilarious. And I adore it. I don't
That's
know
great.
why. The Do You Know Me one's good too.
Do You
A
Know
friend
Me?
of mine.
Oh yeah, I
got
think
me that.
I've seen that before.
Oh, it's so funny. It's like if you did one of these things or anything. So it was like, I don't know, like how many times has Ben, and then it'll like give you like sang karaoke, danced in public, threw mashed potatoes at a monkey, like just
Threw mashed potatoes at a monkey. Right.
there's a whole different amount of them. So yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think the most I've played is Rummikub throughout my life.
Longest game.
Not longest game, but
Oh.
the game that I've
The
played
game
the
that you play
most of.
consistently. Got you.
Cause yeah, me and my dad would play it sometimes. We'd play it up at extended family, you know, hanging out with them, play it with friends. I don't know, it's probably the go-to game of me and my friends and family.
See, I loved board games when I was like a kid, getting in my early teen years, and then during your teens, it's not really cool to play board games. So instead, I traded that in for drinking and drinking games. Don't do that. But a lot through that time, like there's some fun ones with like cards. Did you ever hear of bottle hockey?
Bottle hockey, no.
All right. I mean, you can like people play bottle hockey without alcohol, but basically, like you would have a bottle here, and then we have a quarter that we spin in the middle, and then you have to flick it, and you have to flick it at somebody else's bottle. They can play defense with only these two fingers, just like this. And if the quarter hits it, then you have to drink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it gets complicated and intense and bloody.
Oh my.
But it's a good time.
Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've played a lot of board games here and there, but I haven't. Oh, well, not a lot, but I've played a decent amount of board games, and then I switched to video games when I got older, of course, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I still enjoy having a good game night with friends and family.
It's a good time.
It's a good time.
We did it for New Year's.
Yeah. Oh, you know a game that I did play back in the day that I think we have it somewhere. Sequence.
Sequence.
Have you ever played that one? Yeah, that's a fun one.
That's a fun game.
Although apparently I've been playing it wrong all these years.
How do you play?
Played it until the whole board was full and then counted up our sequences. Apparently you get up to like, what,
Looks like
3 or 2 or so. I don't know.
I think it's like 4. Yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Because
I was like,
you want to be on uneven to make the sequence go
Yeah.
properly. As I'm looking at this beautifully placed screen
yes.
of all of these amazing games,
We have a screen of us.
Explain to me, and as Ben mentioned earlier, hop over on the Patreon account because we're going to be playing Ramen Fury.
Yes, that's right.
I have
Ramen
no idea what the hell that is.
This is a new game that we actually got for Christmas,
Okay.
and it's a lot of fun. It's
Fun.
it's a little different. So it's a card game,
Yeah.
but you have to basically you get like a sauce packet. And
sauce.
yeah, so you get sauce packets and you get ingredients, and then you have to like stack up each sauce pack. You have to start with a sauce packet, and you get 3 different ones that you can, or you start with a bowl. Sorry, I've only played it once. All right.
Oh God.
It's a lot of fun though. You start with 3 bowls, and then you have to start with a sauce packet, and the sauce packet indicates how many points you get from each ingredient that you put into that bowl.
Why am I watching on the screen?
I don't know why you're watching it on the screen.
I felt like I was watching an actual YouTube video of you explaining Ramen Fury.
So you have to make ingredients, and then once you fill up the bowl, you can eat it. But where the game gets interesting is you can only do 2 actions per turn.
Okay.
So other people can mess up your bowls. Sometimes you can get negative points depending on what you have. And it's just a lot of fun. You have to play it. I recommend picking it up. It's fun.
How do you open it?
How do you open it?
Yeah.
It's just sealed with
Okay.
like a regular reseal bag.
Okay. I thought you had to like tear it like an actual ramen bag.
Nope.
And it was only good for one time.
No, yeah. So it comes in this little plastic bag. Then it comes in a box that looks like ramen noodles. And then
That's funny.
got all these cards here. And then you see you got your bowl here. Well, this is a full bowl, and then this is an eaten bowl. So, yeah. Then you get these little spoons here. Little ladle spoons.
Nice.
And then you've got different like sauce packets here. And this one says soy sauce, and it says unique and then a leaf, which means a vegetable. And some of these cards have like mushrooms are considered the leaf ingredient,
Yeah.
corn and scallions and stuff. So your goal is to put on this thing 4 more ingredients that are all matching this, but you can't put 2 mushrooms on it.
Yeah.
They all have to be unique. That's why it says unique on it.
Gotcha.
And then once you fill it up, then you can eat that bowl, and then no one else can touch your bowl. But as you're going along, sometimes you can get these chili pepper ones, which are negative point, and someone could put them on other players' bowls, and and then you can get negative ones.
Well, that's not
And
fair. I like chili peppers.
Well, that's why you get 2 spoons, so you can spoon off
the chili peppers.
the last ingredient you put on. Yeah.
Okay.
And then so it's the first one to cook all 3 bowls.
That's
And
gonna be fun.
It is.
I can't wait.
It's interesting. Check it out on the Patreon.
Patreon.com/collection of madness.
Yep. Sorry, I'm juggling cards right now. Trying to get all these in here again. But yeah, we played it down at the in-laws, and we had a good time playing it, and figured that would be a good one to record in a new adventure.
A whole new video.
With a whole new card game.
Pay us money so you watch. Please.
Please. So yeah, that's ramen. And yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other games that I feel like I should just like look up, like board games, typical board games, because I feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, because I can't really think of like. Obviously, my favorites are here or I've said.
My favorites are here or I've said. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, sorry. I remember.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Sorry.
That worked out perfectly.
Yeah,
Pictionary.
no. Pictionary. Ah, yeah. Pictionary's good.
Pictionary.
Pictionary's good. Yeah.
Oh, have you ever heard of this game called Herd Mentality?
Herd mentality.
Yes.
I think I've heard of it.
Ah, see what you did there.
Yeah,
was-
but no, I don't know what it is.
That was good.
Uh,
That was a good one.
Risk.
Hey, no, Herd Mentality. Listen.
Uh-huh.
So how you play, it's really cool. So like basically, you're prompted a question.
Okay.
You have to write. So let's say there's 4 players.
Right.
All 4 of those players either have to answer correctly, answer falsely. 2 can answer, the same answer, and the other 2 can answer the same answer. But if 3 answer the same answer and 1 doesn't, then you're the odd man out.
Huh.
And you stay the odd man out. Doesn't mean you can't earn points, but at the end of the game, if you're still the odd man out, you lose all your points.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's
Terrible.
actually pretty
Interesting.
cool. Anyway.
That actually reminds me, because back in the day we would play a game that we called Dictionary, and I think there's a game my wife I forget what she said it was called, and it has like a board that you go around and Boulder Dash.
Boulder Dash.
Yeah, Dictionary was basically the same thing except
Okay.
without the board.
Yeah.
So basically, we would play Dictionary. We'd just get a whole bunch of little tiny slips of paper, hand out pens to everybody, and what we would do is we would just pick out a word in the dictionary, and then as long as no one knew what it was, we would write it down, and then you were supposed to write down what you thought, like your definition of what that word would be. And then you collect all the papers, and the person who picked reads them out loud, and you each vote for one. And if you vote for the correct one, you get points.
Okay.
If you're the way we played it is you can write the definition down, but you could simplify it if you're the dictionary guy. So if you wanted to simplify it or maybe stretch it out a little bit to try and throw people off, because if you're the dictionary guy and no one guessed the correct answer, you would get a whole points for every person that you didn't get the correct answer.
Gotcha.
And then if you got other people to vote for your answer, then you would get points for each
that.
one that you got for that. And it was a lot of fun.
That's pretty dope.
It was a lot of fun because I know at one point we had a small enough crowd or whatever that we're like, all right, submit two, one serious and one funny, because we were going nuts with it. And I think we had chapes as the word. Chapes was the word. I forget what their official definition was. I just remember that my dad put that, it was either my dad or my brother put down a chicken stapled to a fence. I was like, what? A chicken staple? Yeah, this is the definition. Chapes, a chicken staple.
A chicken
Stapled to a fence. It was great. Yes.
That's great.
There have been many more good ones too, but that's the one that I remember.
That's funny.
So yeah, there's that. There's Risk. I completely forgot about that.
Risk?
That's a long game.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Herd mentality.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Yeah, Yahtzee.
I forget about Yahtzee.
I really like Yahtzee.
I do like Yahtzee.
I have a lot of fun with playing Yahtzee, especially trying to get. I've gotten Yahtzee a few times, but not a whole lot. I've definitely played a good number of games without it. Huh.
Perfection.
Perfection?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played that.
Oh, it's a great game.
Perfection.
Got all about that.
Cranium. It sounds familiar. And the
Cranium.
box looks familiar.
I think I only played it one time, but it's a pretty popular game, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Memoir 44. These are the top board games?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. According to the Googles.
Nemesis. There it is.
Dark Souls.
Oh, we should get Nemesis.
Nemesis?
Yeah.
No, it's only $150.
Yeah. It's not that bad, but we should get that.
See if here. Oh yeah,
Unicorns.
the Shocker game.
Yeah.
Where you have the little thing.
You're
Oh
an
my God.
idiot. Did you ever play that?
No, I've
that's
never played that.
Great.
Yeah, I think that's pretty
Monopoly Mega.
much Mega. I don't know. I have had a good bit of fun playing Monopoly, but I just remember it getting so freaking long. Pictionary was always good. We already went over
Hungry
that.
Hippos.
Hungry Hippos.
That's not. Is that a board game? That's just more of a game.
That was like a kid's game.
I used to love that game when I was a kid.
It was. I lost
Yeah.
all the marbles right away.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, just in a
it was
second,
just
just they're all out. You're just like beating the shit out of this one.
The Candyland was good. I think we're pretty
One
much
Night
going
Werewolf.
over
Battleship. I
the
said
same
that.
ones. Yeah.
Monopoly.
So many different kinds of Monopoly.
Bro, we have to get Nemesis and play it. It's
Othello.
It's so fun.
I think I've played Othello once.
Oh, Othello. I thought you said a bowl of Jello.
A bowl of Jello. Might as well be. It was I don't know. It was an interesting game.
Oh.
Backgammon. No.
Backgammon.
All right, and then on that note.
On that note,
I think-
backgammon.
Yeah, backgammon.
Wait, are we done?
I don't know. I mean, is there more to talk about?
Huh. No.
Huh? No.
I'm a wizard.